This Friday, Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan are back to switch things up in Disney's Freakier Friday.
Totally. Yes.
It's an absolute riot, and the only movie that can be described as
So much weirder than the last time.
What last time?
it's the frequel
You ready?
we've been waiting for.
That absolutely slays.
What deeply out of touch old person came up with that?
You did.
Wow.
Don't miss the comedy event of the summer for all ages. Disney's Freakier Friday in theaters this Friday. Get tickets now. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested.
It's Wednesday Addams. I see you're trying to distract yourself from your own banal thoughts. Let me help. Here's a recording thing made of my latest root canal.
Wednesday, Season 2, begins August 6th, only on Netflix.
How do you top your love for your cat? With a cascade of decadent savory gravy over a mouth-watering mousse pâté. Fancy Feast gems. 2 gourmet pâtés in one convenient pack. Simply peel and plate to reveal a pyramid shape that makes eating delightful and pamper her with an experience as extraordinary as she is. Turn the everyday into the extraordinary with Fancy Feast gems.
Pie in the Sky Media. This series contains adult language and descriptions of graphic violence throughout. Listener discretion is advised.
Not my fault that it's true. Okay, we're live. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, Criminal Mischief Nation, to another bonus episode of Criminal Mischief with Carolyn and Branden. I'm the Branden of Carolyn and Branden, and with me, as always, is the great Carolyn Osorio. Carolyn.
I
Welcome.
am the Carolyn Osorio in this duo.
Yes.
And you know what? We got the boss over here who was born in the USA.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, you're gonna make fun of the way I sing now, so I guess I won't sing Born in the USA. What's your favorite Bruce Springsteen? He went and saw Bruce Springsteen in Vegas. What's your favorite?
You can't ask me that. You can't ask me that.
I can and I will, and I
My
want to know.
daughters ask me that all the time because they know there's no answer.
Okay, there. Okay.
All right, which of your children is your favorite, Carolyn? There you go. Yeah, so you can't answer.
Okay, then I'll tell you. Can you guess what my favorite is?
What, your favorite Springsteen song?
Yeah. I actually have it right here. It came into my feed when I was on my jog and I thought of you because I knew you were. Hold on a second. Do you want to guess?
No. All right. Yeah, my wife loves Dancing in the Dark also. It's a great song. It's a great song.
Okay, so what is one of your top
Well,
songs?
look, because it depends. Look, and I'm not one of these guys that will go like, bootleg version from Asbury Park in 1981.
Yeah, because I'm going to stop it right now. If you're
my
one of
brother's
those
that guy. Right? My brother's that guy.
Okay.
A really weird song that was never released that he got a bootleg of, whatever.
Okay. No, that's like
I'm
a tape. It's on a cassette tape that he uses a pencil.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's a recording of a record of a whatever. All right.
Done. Get to the song. Just pick one.
So there's there isn't one, right? There's like 5 or 6, depending on how I'm feeling, interchangeable, right?
Okay,
Like
right now,
Jungleland, Backstreets, Incident, Racing in the Streets, of course, Thunder Road. Then but you get from Greetings from Asbury Park, Lost in the Flood, or For You, or Spirit in the Night. Those are all. There's just so many.
What is the song that you're like, yeah?
There's
Like
one
when you hear
place.
it.
There's one song where I will go like, okay, there's a live version from the Hammersmith Odeon in London, okay, of Thunder Road. All right. And the only reason that I'm picking Thunder Road and that version of Thunder Road is because, like so many songs that you hear, when you hear it, it triggers something in your brain that takes you to a specific place in your life. Okay.
Of course.
I think I may have told you the story. My high school girlfriend was a year older than me. Yeah, but that's not the live version. My high school girlfriend.
What, you dork?
My high school girlfriend was a year older than me. All right. So she left for
Okay.
college. I still had my senior year of high school. We
Mm-hmm.
figured that, we'd make it work, long distance kind of thing, whatever. So a couple months into the school year, I drive down to see her from Jersey, and she's going to school in Virginia. I drive down to see her, and
Mm-hmm.
and things were different. Things had changed a little bit. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
don't even think I was 18 yet, but I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. And
So
we're in
did,
her dorm.
so did things change from her perspective, or did
Yeah,
things change from your
she was
perspective?
different. She was different. She was
Like
away from.
different, like she wasn't into you anymore?
She was older. She was older.
Mm.
She was
Mhm.
away from home and family. She'd been living on her own. She had a bunch of new friends. She was really committed to college, and she didn't like do anything silly like join a sorority or anything like that. She was like a very serious academic. And I remember it in her dorm room, and this live version of this song came on, and we were dancing. We were like slow dancing. It was all mushy, and I was old enough to kind of understand, to kind of get it, that
Mhm.
was probably the last time that I was going to see her. Okay.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
sad. So you were not
Yeah.
that's fucking sad,
But it's
Brandon.
it was a growing experience. It was like a rite of passage
Mhm.
like, okay,
Yeah.
I understand.
You know what that reminds me of? Oh my gosh. That's so sad.
But wait, it
So,
gets a little bit worse. Hold on, it gets a little bit worse.
okay, like
I get
all right.
home. I get home.
Mhm.
It's a couple weeks later. Okay, and this is before cell phones. This is the early '90s, right?
Mhm.
And so I'm like, I'm still lying to myself that I got that nagging feeling in the back of my mind, but I'm not really ready for heartbreak yet, right? So I'm like, so I'm still going through the motions, and I call her, and
The
you got to
paranoia
call.
sets
There's
in.
like there's like two phones like in the dorm, like on the hall in the hall, like
Mhm.
on her floor, and some random girl answers it. I'm like, yeah, is Aaron? I'm trying to find Aaron. Oh, okay, I know her room. I'll go get her. And puts the phone, down, and then I hear her at the end of the hall. Aaron, it's Brandon. And then I hear her say something like, that's my ex just calling to check up on me. And I wasn't the ex yet. Like we hadn't even had to talk. But she didn't know that I heard her, you know? Um, but that
Oh
was
my gosh,
that landed hard. But I mean,
that pulled the Band-Aid off. Like you
yeah,
probably that's one of those moments where you probably sat there and you're like, did
right.
this just happen?
Yeah. So when I hear that version of Thunder
Mhm.
Road, I kind of relive that. But at the same time, I relive all the great times with
Mhm.
her also,
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that was just neither of us were equipped. We didn't know emotionally how to
Mhm.
end something that was what massively important to us, but that also had come to an end. And so
Mhm.
there was that awkwardness, and we're
Oh,
teenagers.
no, I'm totally like
Yeah,
the boyfriend that I had before my husband, I mean, this guy, oh my gosh, this guy. I mean, I'm telling you, Jesus fucking Christ. And we went and saw, I can't believe he did this to me, honestly. Like, we went and saw The Bodyguard, right? And I'm so I mean, this is like the first love. Like I love this guy. I love this
1992. Yeah, great movie.
guy. Right? And I'm like sitting there and
Right, sure.
I mean, like totally I'm with my guy and I'm totally just like, yeah. But in the back of my mind, like you, I'm kind of feeling like something, something just there's something, you
Yeah.
know. And we get home, takes me home and he's like, I'm sorry, I love you, but I'm not ready to, make this kind of a commitment. I mean, he was like 22. I was like, what, like 20,
19.
19.
Yeah.
And anyway, it was just like, it was awful because I had to hear that song
Mm.
over and over. That song was
Became
played.
the most popular song in the world for a long time, right?
No, I know. I couldn't hear that song, and yet I couldn't escape it. It was
Yep,
everywhere.
yep.
And but you know what? It ended up working out because, I met my husband afterwards, but,
Yeah.
and it was right because, he went to New York, he wanted to be an actor, he blah, 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 blah. And, it ended up being the right thing, so.
But music
It
is
is. I can
powerful.
now listen to that song and I actually look back on it fondly. Like if it comes on who listens to the radio anymore? But like if for
And look at the
whatever
bright
reason,
side.
huh?
And look at the bright side. He didn't push you off a cliff for insurance money.
Perfect transition. That's so fucking perfect. My God.
He just
That,
had the balls to break up with you,
oh my
right?
God. Yeah. What was sad is a little touche happened with that because he then kept calling after I was with my husband. And
Oh,
and my husband was
owner's
like,
remorse. Yeah.
oh, no, then I had to ask him not to call me anymore. And that was really because, my husband, he had a point. You always, anyway, yes, he didn't push me off a cliff.
Which brings us to this week's episode. What I was saying, and Carolyn yelled at me before we started recording, and I wasn't saying it in any kind of misogynistic kind of way. What I was saying was that in popular culture, normally when there's a marriage and I guess what we can say is popular media has often portrayed the perpetrator in situations like this to be the female, right? To
I
be
know the
the
fact that you're choosing your words so carefully,
the
Brandon.
evil, conniving
Mhm.
Black Widow, kind of
Mhm.
story,
Yeah.
is what I was working on a show for a long time, a limited series podcast that fell apart called The Green Widow, which was great, which is about a woman
Oh
who
my gosh, the Green Widow.
she
I'm
just burned
sorry, that title is like,
she burned through husbands and made all of this money, and it was a huge trial in LA. But anyway, so yeah, it was
oh,
interesting
right, the Green Widow for the money.
for the money, exactly. Yeah,
Money. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. But so
Yeah,
let's talk about this guy.
this guy is definitely like diabolical.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's Randall. Randall's his name, right?
Yeah, Randy. Good old
Randy.
Randy.
So Randy sounded like a real piece of shit when he was younger, and I don't know how he grew into this Lothario who could convince women to marry him after a month. Like, what's
I
going
mean,
on?
I think that's part of like the interesting part is that I think people can hide themselves, and he had a goal in mind. It's like I need to act like they are the most special thing in the entire world, do everything for them, you know, anticipate their every need, just love on them, just blah, 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 just for a month. And then once I have them, then I'm going to get their life insurance and kill them. Right? I mean,
It's just so weird. I mean, I mean, I know with like with the last woman, with was it
mhm.
Cindy?
Yeah, Cindy.
He goes after her because she was in a bad way, right? She was heartbroken. Her husband
Mhm,
died young. She had two kids. A
mhm.
father makes all the difference at this very kind of critical time. And and so here comes this guy, and I guess sweeps her off her feet. But it's just I it's I don't
I
know. Like
mean,
I
he
want to I
totally.
want to see video of this guy. I want to listen to him talk or like see what his power
I
is.
think that he looked for vulnerable people, so he knew his mark, right?
Yeah,
And then he
yeah,
knew, I mean, you know how to talk to people, Brandon. You know when you see someone how to you can anticipate what they need, what their needs are, what you can as you talk to them, you can see what they're looking for. You know what I mean?
yeah. But
Uh,
I don't have that kind of riz. This guy's riz was
I
amazing.
I think that I think that I mean, I don't think it's a leap to think that just because you know, I totally believe that he could get away with this basically
Yeah,
because it was a short-term thing. It was a short-term, he wasn't having to be a good guy for very long. I mean, a month in Cindy's case.
right.
And, he knows how to present himself as like, everything that she needs and wants, you know? And I think that people are capable of doing that, you know?
Sure. Yeah, no, I get it, but it's just, it seems to happen so quickly that yes, we fall in love, that happens. Whirlwind marriages, okay, that happens. But then it's like, and get life insurance and make me the beneficiary, not your kids, and increase the sum to almost 400 grand. And
Mhm.
cool. She's like, fuck it. Yeah, let's do it. It's great because you're awesome. That wouldn't put up some red flags. It would. Like, I don't think I could get away with that.
No, I'm
If
saying
I went to my wife now, right, and said, increase your life insurance policy, she'd fucking kick me out. Right? And I know her for 25 years.
again, he chose vulnerable women. And I do think that when you remember those days when you fall in love with someone and it's like young love or whatever, and it's like so urgent and so like you're so into them and you're so and they present a certain way, like I totally believe in
Yep.
the whole thick of the whole thing. And if this
Yeah,
person
all right.
is if this person sees your wants and needs because they were wearing it on their sleeve, like the woman that had 2 children, we don't know her, but we can pretty much anticipate what she probably wanted. She wanted a father figure.
Stability.
She wanted to be loved. She wanted to have attention, like, because then all that stuff and the I hate Cindy for pink, I hate Cindy for
Yeah.
blonde hair, like
I hate
all
her
that
ugly
stuff.
toes. Her
I
toes.
mean,
You think
that's
her
so
toes were ugly?
specific and that's so like
Yeah, but do you think her toes were ugly though? Or do you think then?
I think that she
I'm
was
kidding. Jesus
I
Christ. I'm
know you
kidding.
are. I know you are, but I don't even want to go there because it's
No,
sad.
because I
because
mean,
she-
who would say that to a person?
this
Like I wouldn't say,
asshole.
I wouldn't say that to someone that I really dislike. I wouldn't write that in I wouldn't waste my, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't, I don't know. I just, I'm
What do
not,
you mean? You wouldn't put up with someone and you wouldn't write in your journal?
no,
She hates my big toe.
no, what I'm saying is that I wouldn't like, she's aware of that because he must have told her that.
Yes, all of
Right. So
these
what I'm saying
things.
is like, what kind of person would point out all of those things about someone?
This completely horrible, evil
Yeah.
person.
And
Because
she sticks around.
it's like that cult leader personality. Like
guess, yeah.
they're hooked you. You know, that's the secret sauce to that, where it's like, you know, you come to them looking for all the answers, and then they have to break you down and basically say you're terrible. But then I'm going to go ahead and show you how to be your best self. But in this case, he didn't want this to be a long-term thing. He wanted to get their life insurance.
Right.
So, you know, he was really good at seeing what these women needed and being everything that they wanted. And, you know, that one lady obviously was like, when she was going in the rapids with him and she sees him heading towards it, right?
Hey, Criminal Mischief Nation. You know what I think when I see a Factor delivery truck in my neighborhood? I'm like, yes, I'm doing something good for myself and my family. And let's face it, I'm thinking you're a pretty smart mom because don't tell anyone, but I'm getting time back. It's a win-win because even though I love to cook, I love to bake, I'm going to be honest, I don't want to do it every day. But I also want to make sure that I'm not skimping when it comes to my family. And when you choose to order meals from Factor, I know that every delicious bite is chef-crafted, dietitian approved, and ready to go in just 2 minutes. And oh man, do they have choices. Which I'm going to tell you is a must because I have a big household with personalities as unique as their palates. And Factor offers over 35 different options to choose from every single week, including Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and many, many more. And Factor isn't just about what's for dinner. They also offer a wide variety of options for the entire day: breakfast, midday bites, and more. And like I said, because Factor meals are ready to heat and eat, there's no prepping, cooking, or cleanup required. It really is a perfect solution if you're looking for fast, premium options without dirtying a dish or going grocery shopping. And because you're a Criminal Mischief listener, even more reason to try it out or start again because we're going to save you some money. So please head to factormeals.com/mischief50. That's MISCHIEF 50 and use code mischief50 to get 50% off. That's code mischief50 at factormeals.com/mischief50 to get 50% off.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso Virtuo Coffee Machines. Ready to enjoy the bold flavors of barista-quality Nespresso iced coffee at home? Simply fill a glass with ice and press the brew button on your Virtuo Pop machine to enjoy rich double espressos roasted to stand up even when chilled. Refreshingly bold iced coffee. Refreshingly easy to make at home. Visit Nespresso.com to shop now.
What does every USAA member have in common? Family. We're one big family who supports the military community and their eligible families. And if you, your parent, or spouse served, you could join our family and save big on auto insurance. Visit USAA.com/join today to check your eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
Wait, back up one wife prior. Oh, you're deathly afraid of heights? Let's go on a huge hike with sheer cliffs.
I know, but there had to have been like the sex and just the romance. It had to have been so powerful that they both did it. That's why I played it up so much, because it's like they had to have believed he could have, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the more outrageous, the less, you're the less people are going to think that you're plotting something, because that's way too obvious, right? But that's
what I'm just saying.
That's the genius of the guy.
To get them to go,
yeah,
when they know that he hates them and he's mean to them, and yet he can just smile and just give that look, and then suddenly,
that's the other, like, what I'm like, my actual phobias. Okay, you couldn't get me to do it for anything. I'm serious. It would listen. No, I'm serious. It would have to be like one of my children. Life is on the line, and then obviously, right, I'll walk through my fears and my phobias. But if it's like, if my wife's like, it's gonna be romantic and we'll go off the path, and I'll be like, sorry, baby, I'm scared shitless of that. I'm like, it's not gonna. It's just not gonna do it.
Okay, well, just imagine. Okay, see, we have the luxury and the good fortune to be in solidly committed, wonderful relationships that we've been in for a long time. Okay,
but I do not deserve, but still here I am. Yes.
Okay, but imagine you're freewheeling Brandon and you meet this like woohoo. Okay, and she is like, you presents as everything that you would want in a woman. Everything. She's done every single thing, and she wants you to get up this. She wants you to go into an elevator with her. No, better yet.
Listen, I don't know if it's gonna happen.
She wants you to go in the Mile High Club.
I'll say we'll take the stairs together.
No.
How romantic is that? We'll take the stairs together. I'll carry you up the fucking stairs, baby. That's how much I love you.
Okay, but wait a second. You've got to put yourself in that place of being like a 26-year-old. and this young woman is so into you and just wants you to come here. Let's come up that. I think you would do it. I totally think you would do it.
I really don't listen. I mean, I
Just think
wouldn't.
about it for a second.
I wouldn't try mayonnaise for a girl that I was in love with when I was 23 years old. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a different type of guy, but I'm always like, yeah, I'll meet somebody else. Okay, see ya. She didn't love me for me. Okay.
Are you what girl asked you to try mayonnaise for her? That's just
I
kind
had
of
a girlfriend
a
who was always
dipshit kind of thing.
trying. She would introduce me. She would tell her friends that I'm a fixer upper. Okay, because
Oh
listen.
my
But
gosh.
granted, in her defense, I was coming out of a very dark period of my life, and I was kind of rough around the edges. Okay, great. So
I
she would like
can't
take
believe
me.
you didn't walk out the door when
I
she
needed
said
some help.
that.
Listen, I needed to know how to dress. I was still wearing just jeans and a flannel shirt that I'd had for the last 10 years. Okay, I needed to. Yeah, I was a little rough around the edges. She took it way too far, and she was trying to like expand my palate so I would eat different stuff. And I went, I'm happy with, with grilled cheese sandwiches and with pizza and, with whatever, white bread and,
This is beautiful because that was your boundary. Like, hey, I know I've got problems and I'll go with this for a little bit. You can say that I'm a fixer-upper, but
yeah,
like at the end of the day, this isn't love if you want to change every single thing about
sure.
me.
Right. And I didn't want
And
to eat
Cindy,
mayonnaise.
well, now, that was
Still
just a
don't.
symptom of something that was really fucked up. I mean, if somebody introduced me, like my new boyfriend introduced me as a fixer-upper, I mean,
Yeah, listen,
I
granted,
was like, hey, I gotta go back and get something. I'll be
listen,
right back.
my self-esteem was really low. She was really hot. Okay. And so I'm like, I'll go.
That's what gets me back to you when with the really hot stuff. I think you would be enticed up the mountain. I really do. I think if the
Look, if I drew
situation
the line
was
at
right.
mayonnaise, you think I'm going to get in an elevator? No. No.
You know,
No.
I think that that's the difference then. Then they
Yeah.
would, and they did.
Sure. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Cindy got into the raft, and Janice went up that mountain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course.
And I just think that's terrifying when you give someone that kind of power over you, where they
Yeah.
can look and they can, and they have that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where 1 second they're just the complete fucking asshole. I hate your toes. I hate you. I hate everything. You are terrible. And then the next second, like, baby, I love you. Baby, you're just everything to me. Come on. Like that's terrifying.
So he goes hiking with Janice and he throws her off the cliff, right?
Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
Oh yeah, allegedly. Okay. He meets a woman named with the greatest name for comedy in this story. Her name's Dana Cliff. Okay. Right. And then after Cynthia, he married a woman named Deborah Drowning. I'm kidding. But so he meets Dana Cliff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls the same shit with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or he tries, but she's a
Yeah.
cancer survivor, so she can't get insured. No life insurance. So he fucking moves on.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love it how these women come back and like get their revenge at the trial. Like, listen to my story.
It's incredible. And so then poor Cynthia, okay, she had a husband who died young of cancer, but left her with money. So she was cool. She was cool. There was that void in her life. She wanted the traditional, like, kind of nuclear family, wanted a father for her kids. So she finds this piece of shit, and then there they go. And so, but she knew that something was rotten in Denmark because she writes a will, okay, and leaves one in a Dropbox, and then files one with the registrar's office, which was really smart.
Which was
Okay?
really smart.
Really
Yes.
fucking smart. Um,
Yeah.
but the one crazy thing, uh, well, there's a lot of crazy things, but with the daughter with the money under the drawer,
Mm.
right? That was scary. And he finds her, and I thought he was going to do something bad to her. He says, "I'm going to buy you presents with this money." Okay, yeah, great.
Yeah, he just wanted the money.
Of course, that's all that this guy was motivated by. He was just
Yeah.
motivated by controlling women and getting their money and being
Mhm.
wealthy. Okay,
Mhm.
so he takes her out, get in this small boat, and come with me far out onto the lake. Right? Like
Again,
I
it's
was waiting for you to say she was scared. She didn't know how to swim. That's what I thought you were going to say next. You know?
and just the romance and how he turns it on them. Like he's the one that was enticing them, and then he turned it on them when they have no defense and they're dead. And basically, like, no, she was the one that wanted to bow chicka bow bow. Like
Right.
it's just this guy is disgusting. He's despicable beyond belief. And then these scams with the social security, like I didn't even know that was a thing. Like you could
Yeah.
take other people's kids and then take their. I mean, it's just like this. Just
Yeah. I mean, he's the most dangerous kind of grifter that he's willing to murder people.
right,
Right.
not just for the life insurance, but also for their children and
Yeah.
their social security benefits for 10 years and treat them like crap. I mean, it's just it's not only just taking their life, but can you imagine someone taking your life and then putting your kids in this
Yeah.
horrible servitude with
Yeah.
this killer that,
Right.
I mean, it's really twisted.
So he drowned Cynthia. We're not sure how he did it.
I think
Not
that
sure how he did it.
they're pretty sure like he just held her underwater.
No,
Like
no,
she
no. I mean, like, how did he get her in the water? Did he say,
yeah.
let's go swimming, let's do whatever,
Mhm.
and then just kind of didn't let her come up. He stayed in
Yeah.
the boat, and
I
held her
think
under.
that's what they think. Yeah.
But then he had to get her body back into the boat. That's not easy to do. I mean, phew, I've been there. No, I'm kidding. What I'm
I was
saying,
like,
no, but like, have you ever tried to get into a flimsy raft?
yes, and it's not pretty.
It's
Oh my
really fucking
gosh.
hard to do. It's
I
really hard to
know.
do.
It's no joke.
Now
Yeah.
imagine being in the raft and
Mhm.
just lifting literal dead weight out of the water,
Mhm.
and no one from shore saw him doing all this.
No. This is a huge lake.
Yeah, I hear you. And then he just rose in really slowly.
Really slow.
That's diabolical.
Yeah, because
That's really diabolical.
you are so committed to this
You're
that
super
even
committed.
when,
He probably had it timed. He probably had it figured out how long after someone dies by drowning can they be resuscitated. And he probably had a clock on it. 6 minutes.
well,
Whatever.
and not only that, but like then he's got the nads to sit on shore for 2 to 3 more minutes just sitting there.
And go get help, but take your time.
I
Don't
mean,
run.
it's and then just to think that these things aren't going to follow him. Like they're not going to find out about Janice. Oh, another wife of yours dies accidentally? Like, I mean,
Now,
what the
devil's
odds?
advocate here. Devil's advocate here, right?
Mhm.
Take any one of these episodes in a vacuum, right?
Mhm.
Has someone actually accidentally drowned in a situation like that? I'm sure. Absolutely that's happened. Has
They
someone
couldn't
accidentally fallen
they
off a cliff?
couldn't yeah,
Yeah.
but 2.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, in a vacuum, like my wife and I go hiking all the time. Okay.
Mhm.
And I'm
Mhm.
assuming she has a life insurance policy and me or the kids are beneficiaries, whatever. So we go hiking tomorrow and she gets startled by a whatever coyote and trips and falls off of a sheer cliff and she dies. Okay. They'd look at me, I'm sure, as a suspect. Okay. But then people would go, no, they had a great marriage, whatever, everything's cool. And I would probably get the money and no one would look at me again. Okay. So that shit happens in the real world accidentally all the time. Right. So I'm sure that's what was in his mind. Perfect crime. I could totally get away with it. Prove that prove it didn't happen the way that I say, and that
Mhm.
worked for him the first time because they
It did.
couldn't prove it. They couldn't
No.
prove it. It's just with the totality of everything, they're like, let's get it in front of a jury. And
Mhm.
thankfully they figured this guy out. But
Mhm.
man, that's really diabolical. You have an evil person who thinks that way, they could get away with some shit. Now it makes me think, how many people have gotten away with it. You know, how many of those accidental kind of things were actually insurance payouts, you know?
I mean, I think it's a lot. I think that it's but then, you know, you listen to Dateline or whatever, and it's like, oh my gosh, people get railroaded, and they,
Yeah.
you know, if you, because sometimes you know, all those things could happen where you don't have a perfect marriage and you go hiking and your spouse could fall off, and they fall off and it has nothing to do with you, but because of like, hey, you just got in a fight beforehand and maybe you were
Yeah.
like, I'm, you know, started cheating on that. I mean, it's really kind of scary how things can go sideways and you didn't do anything, you know?
Yeah.
Especially if you have like a detective that's like, oh man, he's good for it or she's good for
It's
it or
always the
whatever.
husband. It's always the husband. Yeah. Right? You're
Exactly. And you
fucking
didn't
screwed.
do anything. Like you could be, yeah, you're a cheater, but doesn't mean that you murdered someone. And I think that there's a lot of people that that's happened to where it's like, you know, you just didn't have an alibi, things just didn't go your way. And that is terrifying too, you know?
Wow. All right. Well, evil people out there. But this was again, I love your storytelling style. Not a lot of interviews in this. I don't think any interviews, just clips from courtroom and clips from confessions and stuff. So that was
Yeah,
very
I
well
actually
told,
went
well
into,
written.
thank you. I went into the King County Prosecutor's Office and researched this case, and I actually saw the letter and that Cindy wrote, and it was so sad. You know what I mean? It was just so like to, you know, you imagine yourself sitting with your journal in your hand and you're writing that this person that you're married to hates you for all of these reasons,
And
hates
everything
your
about you.
drive, everything about you.
Everything
And
that
it's
makes
like,
you. How you like pink feminine things in the house. Hate it. Yeah.
you have a period. Hate you.
Hate it.
I mean, it's
Hate
like,
it. Hate your
I
dinosaur
mean,
toes. Hate them.
my
I made
gosh,
up that last part.
that
But
look on your face with your Yankees hat like perched on top. Man, that was like the perfect sourpuss. Like,
hate your tore up feet. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, listen. Well done. The guy's in jail for a long
Thank
time.
you.
Where he belongs. Where he
Yes.
belongs. So
Yes.
there was something else that I was going to bring up, and I just forgot about it. Well, if I remember, I will call you. But in the meantime, again, thank you for this episode. It was a lot of fun. If you enjoyed it, share it with your friends. Maybe go over to Apple Podcasts and give us a rate and a review. It helps out more than you know. And please consider supporting the great companies that support the show. Without them, we couldn't do what we do. Carolyn, anything that you would like to add? You want to tease something coming up next week?
Actually, I'm doing something I have in the hopper is the Yorkshire Ripper in England in the 1970s. Yeah.
Wow. I did a podcast series that was set in Yorkshire. It's called The Demons of Yorkshire, season 2 of The Devil Within. Yorkshire is a very interesting place. Yeah, especially in the 70s. It's also called the Dinosaur Coast. There's a huge concentration of dinosaur fossils.
What was that movie with Kate Winslet? I freaking loved it, where she was the dinosaur.
Titanic.
No. She was like, what the heck? No, she was just awesome. She was a badass like Ammonite hunter. What are those things that are like the swirly things? And she found them on the beach, and it was like, anyway.
Okay, cool. I'll check it out. Great. I love Kate Winslet.
She's
love Kate
amazing.
Winslet. Great. All right. Well, until next time, everybody. That'll do it for another bonus episode of Criminal Mischief with Carolyn and Branden. Stay safe out there. Thanks for listening.
From Cloud 10, Criminal Mischief is a pie-in-the-sky production recorded in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. We're produced by Brandon Morgan and myself. Music by Soundstripe. I'm Carolyn Osorio, your writer and host.